inside St. John Arena on the campus of Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio, where it is our Division IV state championship finale. The Hawks. Three champions have been crowned. Who will be the fourth on the boys' side? We're talking Division IV state championship. You're inside St. John Arena on the campus of Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio, where it is our Division IV state championship finale. The Hawks of Berlin Hiland in at 25-2 on the year, and they will tangle with the Lancers of Gilmour Academy. Gilmour in at 21-5 in the 1991-92 campaign. Hi again, everybody. One more time, I'm Michael Reggie. I'll call the play-by-play for you this evening. Hope you've been with us to crown three champions today. My partner is around and in good spirit and good voice, Luke Whitty. Luke, when we talk about Gilmour Academy and Berlin Hiland, what a sensational comeback Harry Reese's kids of Berlin had last night. They're down 7 with less than 30 seconds to play. Oh, no, they're not out of it. I guess that shows some stick-to-itiveness about that program.
Well, there's no question about it. And the thing of it is, they did it not very pretty either because they came in, they just scrapped. They worked. They did everything they possibly could to get themselves back in the basketball game. Usually you would think a pretty way to do that would be to come in and have a couple three-pointers. No, they go to the line. They did have some three-pointers, but they just have a great work ethic that they've put together in that program. No question about it. And the thing of it is, they did it not very pretty either because they came in, they just scrapped. They worked. They did everything they possibly could to get themselves back in the basketball game. Usually you would think a pretty way to do that would be to come in and have a couple three-pointers. No, they go to the line. They did have some three-pointers, but they just have a great work ethic that they've put together in that program.
I mentioned Perry Reese. He told me before the ball game, we really didn't expect that we'd be in this position when you look at yourself down 7 with 30 seconds to go. They are the Lancers of Gilmour Academy. Dave Bielik, their head coach, fundamentally sound. They get everybody involved offensively. They like to spread it around. No real go-to guy. Team concept there with the Gilmour Academy quintet.
Well, they move the ball very well. They have a lot of motion in it. They work and they hunt for the open seams. They're looking for daylight all the time. This is a good program. You're going to see a lot of good basketball from both of these ball clubs.
Keep an eye on Junior Raber. Luke Whitty was raving about him last night. So this guy is really a player, and he certainly stepped up when Perry Reese had to have it late with his ball club.
Well, I really like the way Junior Raber plays. He just came in and did a super job last night. He had 31 points. He was hitting everything from the foul line, 8 for 9 from the foul line, 11 for 26 from the field. But his penetration and getting into the paint and the things he can do with the basketball are tremendous. He handles himself very well. You will not see an expression on his face one way or the other. He will not get elated. He will not get down. He's just a go-to work ethic guy.
Maybe not a go-to guy, if you will, for Gilmour Academy, but keep your eye on David Funstein. He's a creator. He'll take care of the basketball, and he's got to make things happen for Dave Bielik if his ball club is to be in position to win it.
Well, Funstein, he had 18 points the other night. I think the big thing that you have to look at with Funstein is that he is just an intensive player. He is intense all over the basketball floor, and one thing that I really like is the way he steals the basketball. He averages 7 steals a game and 6 assists. He is just out there doing a lot of different things with the basketball. Fundamentally sound, and intensity is the only word he knows.
Only word he knows. He's got a couple of teammates that help. You'll see a lot from Rick Olstead and Mike Pike also in this system. Don't go away. Grab a seat. We've got one more state championship to decide. We're talking about Berlin Hiland and Gilmour Academy. Division IV title at stake. It'll come at you next after we take this pregame timeout. You're watching the Ohio State Boys State Championships. It's on Sports Channel.
And now the introductions of the players. For Hiland, number 42, Jeremy Stangelo. For Gilmour Academy, number 34, Tom Christopher. For Hiland, number 52, Kevin Troyer. For Gilmour Academy, number 40, Kevin Marlowe. For the Hawks, number 32, Steve Miller. For the Lancers, number 22, Kurt Marlowe. For Hiland, number 30, Jason Hummel. For Gilmour Academy, number 54, J.R. Myers. For Hiland, number 24, Randy Troyer. For Gilmour Academy, number 50, Pete Goyer. For the Hawks, number 22, Brent Weaver. For the Lancers, number 52, Mark Snelling. For Hiland, number 12, Bruce Yoder. For Gilmour Academy, number 14, Brad Legzinski. Now the starting lineups for Hiland. Starting at guard, number 10, 6-foot senior, Kevin Mishler. Guard for Gilmour Academy, number 24, 5'9" junior, David Funstein. Guard for Hiland, number 14, 5'11" senior, Jared Yoder. Guard for Gilmour Academy, number 12, 6-foot senior, Rick Alstad. Center for the Hawks, number 54, 5'11" senior, Carl Slaubach. At center for the Lancers, number 20, 6'2" junior, Chuck Riley. And forward for Hiland, number 20, 5'10" senior, Nevin Mishler. At forward for Gilmour Academy, number 44, 5'11" senior, Mike Pike. And for Hiland, forward number 44, 6'3" senior, Junior Raber. At forward for Gilmour Academy, number 30, 6-foot junior, Bill Miller.
Those are the young men who will participate. The gentleman that will work the sidelines, Perry Reese, in his 8th year at Berlin Hiland at 146 up, 44 down. And on the other side of it, can't see him right now, kind of surrounded by his athletes. Dave Bielik, 2nd year, a head coach at Gates Mills Gilmour Academy. Outstanding job in his first 2 years there at 34 and 13. That your coaching matchup. Let's take a look at how these ball clubs got here to the finals.
Well, there's some tremendous basketball games that Gilmour's being played. Big one, St. Pete's by 3 points. And then, of course, yesterday, the 53-59 victory over Cincinnati Country Day. Hiland, fantastic game last night, as you mentioned. Down by 7 points, 30 seconds to go. Big victory for Hiland, coming through 64-62.
Gilmour dressed in their white 1992 tournament average. They score 55 a game and give up 49 to the opposition as the tip finds a basketball sailing out of bounds. Berlin Hiland in their black, trimmed in the red and white, and Gilmour Academy wearing the home outfits tonight, and the white trimmed in their royal blue. We're underway as Hiland goes to work offensively. This is Kevin Mishler, their 6-foot senior point guard. Jared Yoder running baseline, and just like that, bangs down the first jumper of the contest.
Jared Yoder has really been playing well, and Coach Perry Reese has liked what he has been doing in the tournament action.
To answer for Gilmour Academy, David Funstein can't hit it on the run. Mishler with Yoder. Carl Slaubach went back up top. Nevin Mishler missed the long triple. Gilmour again running, trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. Ball faking, Bill Miller kicked it back up top to David Funstein. Miller on that low block. Mike Pike strong to the hole. He'll get it down to tie it at 2.
Mike Pike, really a good athlete. Coach Bailock says he is their best athlete on the basketball club.
Kevin Mishler with that wraparound in the paint. Got a good look for Jared Yoder, who couldn't hit that jumper off iron. On the run out, Pike will beat the pack and get his second bucket in succession. He has all 4. The Hawks of Gilmour Academy on top. Excuse me, the Lancers of Gilmour on top, a couple, 4-2. Luke almost at 1-4 set also with with that offensive look, except when Junior Raber squeezes the trigger like that. You said you liked him.
Oh, I like him because he can penetrate inside. He is very adept at pulling up and shooting that jump shot that you just saw. It doesn't make any difference where he is inside that three-point line. He's there, and he can penetrate, and he can put it up.
Averages 24 a game. Jumper out of the gun if Chuck Riley wouldn't stay down. We're tied at 4 a couple minutes into it. Raber goes baseline for that long three in the air. Nothing but 9 from Nevin Meshler. And Nevin Meshler will drain out that triple to put Hiland's Hawks on top 7-4. Division 4 state title on the line here in Columbus. David Funstein through the paint. We're going to go Berlin Hiland's way as you look at Dave Bielik.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a horrible call if they were going to go that way. It's turned around, and Gilmour will be taking the basketball out of bounds. That was definitely out on Junior Raber. Here you see the ball going up. Funstein's missed. Junior Raber had his hand on the ball. Got to be Gilmour's.
Chuck Riley gave a look to Bill Miller, whose left-handed 15-foot jumper wouldn't fall. David Funstein will run this offense for the Lancers. Mike Pike strong to the hole. Put it up too hard off that glass. Junior Raber throwing it off. Mike Pike and out of bounds. Is there you get a good look at Raber. Averages 24 a game. All Ohio in Division 4.
Junior Raber taking the big chance. If you're going to throw the ball back in bounds underneath your own basket, you're taking a big chance because one of the offensive players can scoop it back up and put it right back in. I suggest going long, but it worked out well for him.
Running in the paint with that jump stop, Nevin Meshler. He drew some contact and a foul. Rick Olstead got hit. Olstead picks up his first personal foul with Hiland's Hawks up 7-4 early on. From that baseline, trying to squeeze out that 18-foot jumper, Nevin Meshler came up a little bit short. David Funstein again a little bit too tall with that pass running the floor for Chuck Riley. Turnover on the Lancers of Gilmour Academy.
As I said, Dave Funstein is definitely Mr. Intensity. He will be working no matter. You have to turn the lights out at the gym tonight before he'll quit.
Absolutely. Raber, good first step baseline. Look at him rock it as he kind of cradled it up on the iron but didn't get it. Funstein trying to run out. Excellent catch in the paint. Bill Miller goes off glass to finish it.
Bill Miller, good, strong player underneath. He averages 10 rebounds a game, and that's exactly what he had the other night. 10 points, 10 rebounds in the big matchup against the Cincinnati Country Day.
This is Carl Schlaubaugh touching it for the first time. Junior Raber squeezes out that big triple hit. He's got 5 now on the night. Raber has Hiland's Hawks up 4, 10-6. Couple of field goals thrown in the air. Raber's connected twice. Mike Pike ran strong baseline. He's going to finish his own and stick it down.
Well, Mike Pike, he is very strong underneath. Great baseball player, great football player. Probably as strong as you're going to get. Division 4 underneath.
Got well put together. He's already racked up 3 hoops for 6. Junior Raber squeezed out an 18-footer just inside that triple line. Popped out of there. David Funstein will run. Whirling through the paint. Excellent finish by Funstein. Whirled in that paint right now. Luke knew where the bucket was.
He doesn't hesitate a moment. Once he gets down in there, he'll whirl and twirl and do what he can.
Jared Yoder kicking it up top. Nevin Meshler tried to squeeze out that long triple. Got bumped and fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 3 times. Rick Olstead quickly got hit with his second personal foul, and he's going to have to take a seat. And Olstead coming in, averaging 13 a game, Luke, so that kind of hurts to have to put Rick down on David Bielik's bench already.
Well, Olstead is their point guard. He looks inside. He just does a nice job of getting it in there. He's a great foul shooter, and he is their best three-point productive person.
Nevin Meshler at that charity stripe where he is 79% right now. He doesn't waste any time. Watch it. Catch and go.
Yep.
Watch it.
No sense wasting time.
Catch. 1, go. and he's 3 for 3 from the stripe. So Nevin Mishler has a total of 6. Hawks of Hiland coming in here. Runner-up in 1962, semifinalist in 86, and of course, this year also. The reach-in foul is going to go on the Lancers of Gilmour. Chuck Riley, 6'2" junior, got hit with it.
Here you see the ball coming in. Funstein looking inside. He's waiting for his big man to get open. Chuck Riley.
Well, let me check that. Obviously, Riley was the young man fouled. Chuck had a little bit of a pained expression on his face. I thought he got hit for a moment with a push-off inside, but we're going to stay with Gilmour Academy.
That was the pained expression of my shoes untied.
Yeah, that probably is it. Mike Pike going to play it in out of a stack. Lancers down 3, 13-10. They wanted to go baseline to Bill Miller, the 6-foot junior. Kick ball situation is going to keep it with the Lancers. Jason Hummel, there you see Jason. He's into the contest. Gary Huber, Bill Alford. A couple of the state of Ohio's best are working this one tonight with the striped shirts on. Officials have all done a terrific job this weekend, Luke.
Oh, I am very impressed with the way they're officiating the game. They're letting the players
decide the outcome.
Do what they have to do. They make sure that there is control in the basketball game, and that's what you want. Just like you said, let them play.
Funstein. Rising up from about 18 feet away, Bill Miller. Miller is yet to connect. Got a shooter and scores mentality, though.
I think we got a foul on Mike Pike pushing underneath.
There's Perry Reese. Talked about Reese in his 8th year. 146 up, 44 down at Berlin Hiland. The Hawks, Inter Valley Conference. A situation where they can go to 26-2 and win a state title with a W here tonight. Excellent dump down into the hands of Karl Schlaubaugh. He got the great pass from Kevin Troyer. Schlaubaugh goes glass, and he'll go to the line to try to finish off a 3.
Well, Schlaubaugh coming in underneath. Look at this pass inside. Bullet right down, dump it down low. Good power move inside. He's a wide body in the middle.
Yeah, he is. Stands maybe about 6, 5'11" or 6, but Luke said he's got a little bit of size to him. Well put together through the upper body.
Not afraid or intimidated. In the paint, 59% foul shooter. Kansas
got it down. Completes a 3-point play. Hiland's Hawks go up 5, make it 6. Biggest lead of the night at 16-10. Along with Luke Whitty, Michael Regai, hoping you're enjoying the Division IV state championship matchup. And I know you've been with us all day long as we've crowned 3 champions on Sports Channel. Lancers of Gilmour Academy trying to get something positive for themselves offensively. Down 6. Mike Pike. Pike wanted to go early on Jason Hummel. Funstein. Baseline. Bill Miller. Wheeling inside. How about that for a finish?
That is a nice move. They're putting it on the floor, going deep along the baseline, underneath the basket or behind the backboard. Nice move.
The launch of the 3 from Jason Hummel. He'll knock it down dead center, so Hummel comes in and rings up a tray.
Jason Hummel not intimidated also by that 3-point line.
Hummel averaging just over 5 on the year. Look at Bill Miller go to the hole and get it down. Check that, Chuck Riley. Riley was the young man who barged through the paint uncontested. Hummel again for his 2nd triple. He'll hit it right on the money.
When you're hot, go-to guy.
Jason Hummel has quickly banged down 6 right now on 2 triple connections for the Hawks of Berlin Hiland. They're up 8, 22-14. It's an explosive first quarter, Luke, on the Division IV level.
Well, they're not going to hang on to the ball long. They put it up. They know the range. Berlin Hiland really putting a little bit of a pressure on here. The press has not been very effective for them, but they're staying with it.
Funstein's going to rise up and stroke it home from about 18 feet away, just inside that triple line. So David Funstein connects to cut the deficit back to 6. Nevin Mishler wanted to look down on that block and get a cutting Jeremy Stangelo. who's checked in. Stangelo, Luke's, as you were talking about, had got the start last night, but's coming off the bench tonight.
Got the start. He was 3 for 6 from the field. 1 for 1 from that 3-point mark, and perfect from there and the foul line.
Well, it's obvious Perry Reese's bench goes very deep.
He likes to move a lot of people in and out. They play very active defense. Again, the game against Lima last night, the defense was just unbelievable. They were denying the passing lanes.
They really pushed it out too, didn't they?
Yeah, they scrap all over the place. Very impressive. And being down like they were, easy to give up in that situation, but they really played some dynamite basketball.
Mike Pike will run the floor and go glass to ring up his 8th point of the night off the excellent outlet pass from Gilmour's Chuck Riley, the big 6'2 junior. Trying to come up with that steal is Brad Legazinski, the 6-foot junior who has checked in for the Lancers of Gilmour Academy. Legazinski's going to get hit with his first personal foul. That is team foul number 6 on the Lancers. Exactly 60 ticks left in the first quarter of play. Highlands Hawks up 5, 23-18. There you see the team foul situation. Nevin Mishler got in trouble baseline, in the air, rising up for 3 and filling the 3, Kevin Troyer.
As you can see, Highland's not afraid of that 3-point line.
They love the triple.
They take it.
26 points up in the first 7.5 minutes for the Hawks of Highland.
5
Bill
seconds.
Miller didn't advance the basketball. He got hit with a 5-second call. Give it back to Highlands Hawks.
Good defense one-on-one. Nevin Mishler really putting the pressure on. He averages 13 points a basketball game. And we've seen some good play out of him already this evening.
Lancers of Gilmour Academy from Gates Mills, Ohio on the east side loop to the city of Cleveland.
On the belt.
Yeah. Clock inside 30. Again, launching that triple from that baseline. Jason Hummel from first triple miss on the run out. Wanting to go to the hole and finishing it off is Brad Legazinski. So Legazinski pulls Gilmour back within 6 as we hit about 7 seconds left in the first quarter of play. That was a tough jumper from Highlands' Brent Weaver. Running at the buzzer is Funstein. Do we get a whistle and a foul?
We've got a whistle and a foul, and he's shooting 3. Funstein going to the line. He put up a desperate shot about the 25-foot mark. And the foul on that Bunyan. Brent Weaver.
Yeah, watch the replay as David Funstein's going to unload like Greg Simpson does for Lima Senior. And got some contact. He's shooting 3. First one rolled out. Perry Reese extremely upset at his Highland Hawks for letting Funstein go to the line.
Well, we want to go that way.
David Funstein connects only once out of 3 throws from that line as the first quarter expires. They'll go away. We'll get you back to St. John Arena on Sports Channel. Highland by 5 in the Division IV State Championship encounter. Don't go away. So Ohio 26-21. Interesting first 8 minutes of play. Highlands Hawks looking for that state championship. Running baseline, David Funstein took a step too many. Turnover on Funstein and Gilmour. Funstein only hit one of those 3 throws he had to end the first quarter.
Well, they really needed that. Gilmour Academy cannot let those opportunities pass by. A little shuffle step and a travel by Funstein.
Just underway, second quarter play. Highland on top 5. Loves to shoot the triple. Troyer, that's strong to the hole to go glass and finish it off. Kevin Troyer's got a quick 8.
Kevin Troyer coming in from the baseline or from the sideline. Nice move.
Mike Pike, who has 8 himself for Gilmour Academy, goes that skip pass, and Rick Ulstead finally gets his name in the book. He's a scoring threat, and you saw him rip that triple in the hole.
What about that for a skip pass? That, you talk about clear across court. You can't get any more across court than that.
A lot of teams employ that in their offense. Junior Rayburn goes glass after he wrapped around behind his back to get his way in the paint. Junior Rayburn for Highlands Hawks coming back to get on the board. 30-24. Funstein. Tough jumper came up short. Kevin Mishler. Junior Rayburn. Troyer will back it out at that triple line. Mishler flashing in the paint, got a reach-in foul. It's going to go on Gilmour's Bill Miller.
Bill Miller trying to deny that pass as the advancement was coming across the lane. Just a little bit too much pressure. Who, me?
The age-old refrain, right?
Yep.
Checking back into the contest is Jared Yoder, who started this one, the 5'11 senior for that man, Perry Reese, and his Berlin Hiland Hawks.
Kevin Mishler stepping to the line. 3 points, 1 rebound. Coolest quick shot we've seen.
Yeah, he throws it up right now. No wasted motion for Mishler, the 6-foot senior. Split the pair for Kevin Mishler, 1 out of 2 from that line. He has his first point of the evening. 31-24. The Hawk Hiland lead is 7. David Funstein. Mike Pike glides to the hole. I like Mike Pike. He's very athletic. He's in double digits with 10.
You know, he's very athletic, and the agility that he has coming through there, and he is a big body. He's very muscular. He's got a good upper body strength.
Jeremy Stangelo's shot rejected baseline. Pike's going to run to the hole again. Ran it up too hard off that iron. We're going to stay the Lancers of Gilmour's way. They're down 5 at 31-26.
Well, I watched Mike Pike coming in there on that last transition. I pretty much thought that there would be a situation where he would charge, but boy, he was able to stop on that dime and go up. Here he is again.
Pike missed it. He's going to get a stick back. Had it rejected, but he's going to go to the line.
Foul on Junior Raber.
Watch the skip pass. That excellent skip pass on the deck as Pike probably wanted to wish he could finish that, Luke.
Oh, you wish he was about 6 inches taller.
Yeah, absolutely.
We finished that with a dunk.
Wildwood in the NCAA grade 8 that just finished moments ago. Number 1 lives. Duke beats Kentucky 104-103 in overtime. Christian Leitner hits a jumper as time expired after Kentucky took the lead with just 2.1 seconds left. So Rick Pitino and his guys bow out at the hands of the defending national champs, Duke and Christian Leitner.
Well, with Rupp-Arena only being about 15 minutes from my house, a lot of people in my neighborhood are not going to be happy.
Pitino had a great year.
Oh, yes, he did.
With Kentucky, and it takes an All-American like Christian Leitner to send him to the sidelines as time expires.
Oh, Duke has a tremendous program.
31-27 here in the Division IV Boys State Championship. Kevin Troyer, how about that? Lost control of it, and then had enough presence of mind to flick it with his right hand off glass to get it done.
Was that Stangelo that passes that in there?
Excellent
I believe it was.
pass.
Just good look.
Kevin Troyer has 8 to back up the 7 that J.R. Raber, Junior Raber's put on the board. Losing it in the paint after he had his hands on it, Bill Miller. Junior Raber in the air came up short on that triple line. David Funstein will run the other way with Hiland up 6, 33-27. Funstein whirls to the hole. Miller will tip it on that glass. Off the head of Chuck Riley. Jared Leoder lost it. Pike will run out with Olstead. Pike out of control, just threw it up on that window. Raber, Kevin Troyer runs to the hoop. Offensive foul, Kevin Troyer.
David Funstein coming in there. What a great positioning, getting down court. Definitely a defensive player. Here you see the movement coming in. He just plants himself there, and Kevin Troyer, saddle me up.
So standing at the check that to play it in their own defensive end, Gilmour's Rick Olstead.
Gilmour has been very effective at breaking this press and being able to get some points off of breaking it.
33-27, Hiland up 6. Strong left-handed move up off that glass. Bill Miller, 6-foot junior, finished it off. Miller has 6 on the night. Pulls Gilmour back to within 4, 33-29. stutter step and go. Jeremy Stangelo running the paint again. No, Kevin Troyer. As Troyer continues his hot hand, he now has a total of 10. David Funstein hits the tough jumper on the run.
Funstein again, just excellent at that penetrating move and stopping in there and just pulling up and taking the shot.
Kevin Mishler squeezes out the jumper dead center. We're in a shooting gallery here in St. John.
100-plus points from each squad tonight.
Way it's going now, 37-31. Hiland on top of Gilmour by 6. Division 4 State Hardware at hand. Bill Miller got in trouble baseline as he was checked off by Kevin Mishler. Chuck Riley and Miller wanted to play that two-man game right now. Funstein sizing up Jeremy Stangelo. Fading away. Tough attempt on that baseline from Miller. He couldn't connect.
Big rebound by Junior Raber.
Excellent skip pass as Nevin Mishler will go to the hole and bang it down. That 55-foot bounce pass skipping into the hands of Nevin Mishler. He knew what to do with it. Take it to the bucket and put it down. Highlands Hawks up 8, 39-31. They smell a championship. Gilmour has something to say about it when we get back to St. John on Sports Channel.
50%. Really firing it up. Good penetration, inside shots. Neither team afraid to put it up from that three-point line, especially Hiland. They've just bombed away.
14-23 for the Hawks of Hiland. 14-27 for the Lancers of Gilmour Academy. They're going to work it offensively right now as David Funstein will go to work across that timeline. Gilmour's down 8, 39-31. Mark Snelling is checked in, working the baseline for Gilmour Academy. Funstein in trouble. Got a double team from Junior Raber and Kevin Mishler and had to back out of there. It's a home run ball 3 that's going to come up off that iron by Rick Olstead. Olstead shot that from NBA range, a la Greg Simpson or Damon Lyle from Lima Senior. Two coaches. We just saw David Bielek, and there, of course, a look at Perry Reese on the Hawk bench of Hiland. There's some three-point numbers, Luke.
Nice for Hiland, 5 for 8. Like I said, anytime you get over that 40%, it's good.
Funstein will steal, pulls up and traveled. They were running out 3-on-1. Not a good decision, David Funstein.
Jeremy Stangelo getting down there to play some decent defense, causing the turnover.
Approaching the 2-minute mark left in the first half of play. Hiland still holding that 8-point advantage at 39-31. Junior Raber shows, goes, and sticks that leaning jumper.
Boy, he fades, pumps, puts the ball away, whatever he has to score.
And he does not have to be squared up to the hoop either.
No,
he can lean away and still has the presence to find it. Kevin Troyer on the pick. Troyer just stripped clean Bill Miller. Troyer for 3, came up short. Nevin Mishler, though, will keep it alive. Wanted to go to Junior Raber on the block. Here's Chuck Riley running the floor. Thought he wanted to jam it, lost his footing, had enough presence to coax it into the hole.
Chuck Riley and big bucket against Cuyahoga Heights. And that victory, that 52-51 victory, play was designed for Funstein. He ended up taking it and winning the ball game for him.
Ad-libbing.
Yep.
Baseline run by Kevin Mishler. Score it and put it down, and he got some contact, and he'll go to the line.
Kevin Mishler, you see him coming down the left. Inbound play. Junior Raber going baseline, coming back up. Good ball control. You notice, watch how he went in there. He put the ball in front of him and then just backed up with the back of his body. Made himself get into a setting where he's putting distance between that ball and the defense.
Very athletic as you get a look at Jeremy Stangelo, who goes down on that Hiland Hawk bench. Kevin Mishler will stay with 5 points on the evening as he couldn't finish off that three-point opportunity, but his Hiland Hawks are up 10. 43-33. We're inside a minute left. First half of play at St. John. Chuck Riley wanted to go down low inside to Brad Legazinski, and it's slapped away by Nevin Mishler. Now Perry Reese's club starting to play the D he likes.
They are very, very capable of playing some excellent defense, like we said at the beginning of the game. They just play those angles so well.
Bill Miller got his own miss, went off glass to get it in the hole.
Well, Bill Miller has really picked up his tourney play. He is averaging 16.5 during the tournament. Normally, 11 points a game.
Stepped it up by about 5 points per contest. Good productivity. Junior Raber just bottoms out a triple from about 24 feet. NBA range. Raber stuck it.
He was wondering if is there time on the clock?
46-35.
Shoot it anyway.
He might have thought that.
Who cares if we're up by 9 or 8?
That's right. They might have held for 1, not to be, as Junior Raber felt it. Funstein's got to fire it for 3. Came up short. We got the buzzer and the end of this first half of play. Those 16 minutes in the books deciding a Division IV state championship. Junior Raber, Kevin Troyer, and that man, Perry Reese, and his Hawks of Hiland lead up 11. 46-35. Don't go away. We'll come back to St. John. Get you halftime coming in just a moment. Exploits of Kevin Troyer and Junior Raber, the Hawks of Hiland, maybe sniffing a state championship in Division IV. They're up 11 on the Lancers of Gilmour Academy, 46-35. Along with my colleague all day long, Luke Whitty, Michael Regai, saying hello to you from St. John in Columbus. It's halftime. We've got 16 minutes in the book. I think probably the talk, if you're the Lancers of Gilmour Academy, Luke, is got to step up the defense to stop this offensive machine that Berlin Hiland has thrown at them in the first 16 minutes. They shoot it from everywhere. You've got to contest them.
You have to put pressure on the outside and on the inside, because Hiland is very capable of making the penetration inside the paint. Not only do they have Junior Raber who can penetrate, they have 4, 5, 6. They come at you from all angles, being able to penetrate, and they're so capable and adept at that three-point range. Gilmour really has their hands cut out for them on their program of what they're going to have to do to stop Hiland in the second half.
Well, some of you around the Buckeye State may be wondering, Berlin Hiland, where are they from? Let's give you a look-see as we bring our locator map from the state of Ohio swinging at you. Luke Whitty, how about just 80 boys in this high school in Berlin?
Well, Berlin is a small little community in the eastern part of the state. Down beautiful country. Their principal is Greg Curry, and their athletic director is Colin Mishler. And you see, this is their third appearance in the tourney.
Maybe unfamiliar to a lot of you where they are geographically, but not unfamiliar in terms of a basketball power, Berlin Hiland. Now, more familiar, of course, on the east side of the city of Cleveland. Gates Mills is where Gilmour Academy is located. 124 boys in that school, and first time down here, Luke Whitty, at St. John. You know they're enjoying getting to the final battle.
Well, they're enjoying the final battle, and they really have come to play basketball, but they've really got their work cut out for them.
They're down 11 at halftime. Don't go away. We'll get you back on Sports Channel and let you in on a chat with Ohio High School Athletic Association Assistant Commissioner Blair Irvin. Coming up in just a moment when we get you back to St. John with Highlands Hawks up 11 on Gilmour Academy. Don't go away. For a sports fan, Boys State Championship matchup, Gilmour Academy and Berlin Hiland. We know you're enjoying it on Sports Channel. Why don't you say hello to an old friend, the Assistant Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Mr. Blair Irvin. I said wow a few times, and I guess after the Division I championship contest, Blair, that pretty much says it all with a big exclamation point behind it. Lakota's down 20, and they come back and just thrill their supporters in this crowd here in St. John with a dramatic win, to be sure.
That is very true, and I thought the ironic thing was that yesterday in the semifinals, that's exactly how Lima won their semifinal game, and then they come in today, and that's the way they lose in the championship. It's kind of ironic, the way it happens in the state tournament.
No doubt about it, and of course, a lot of the basketball followers around the Buckeye State remember Clark Kellogg and his 51-point outburst in 1979, and Damon Lyles, a great guard for Lima Senior, challenged that a little bit with 43 against Lakota in a losing effort.
That's true, and I guess I feel good because I sat up in the stands and watched Clark Kellogg play that day, and it was a great performance by the young man from Lima today.
And we don't want to slight all the others who performed here. And Blair, when we talk about this entire tournament from a fan appeal side, of course, it was electrifying for everybody. But I could tell you, even as a fan, and stepping out of your role with the OHSAA, you enjoyed also.
Yes, I did. I take almost every game, even though it's sometimes a game you knew who was going to win before. I thought the tournament produced a lot of individual shooters. We had a lot of, even in the teams that lost, they had individuals that you marveled in their basketball ability.
That was superb basketball ability by all who stepped on the floor in the three we have seen so far on the boys' side. That's a basketball story, but you know, it's not that far down the road that we could gear up for the fall sports programs around the Buckeye State. And Blair, that means football championships coming back, of course, along with the other sports, volleyball, golf, and you already obviously started well into plans out of the OHSAA offices.
Yes, we have. We've, you know, of course, we always establish our state tournament dates in advance. But what we are doing now is just preparing everything, the regulations for the fall sports, getting them ready for the schools, and making plans for our football tournament and girls volleyball tournament, the soccer tournaments, the golf tournaments, all the fall sports. We've already begun work on those.
And the boys and girls in the OHSAA offices do not take summer vacations, because you're going to have to work on that throughout the entire summer months.
That's right. We have to work our vacations in. It seems ironic, but most people seem to think that in the summertime we don't have that much work to do, but we have a lot of our preparation for the entire year takes place in the summertime.
Now, Blair Irvin, as we've told Claire Mascaro and Fred Daffler and everybody involved, all of you have done a terrific job. You've got a lot to be proud of here in Columbus, putting on two more exceptional tournaments, girls last weekend, the boys this.
Well, thank you. And I think I also want to say that your cooperation and what you've done working with us, we appreciate that very much.
Blair, we appreciate it. Always good to see you.
Okay, thank you.
Blair Irvin, the Assistant Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Don't go away. We've got second half action on the Division IV boys side back here at St. John after we get you this word from your school hoop activity in St. John Arena in Columbus. Highlands Hawks on top 46-35, just about set to start the third. Let's take a look at the numbers from the first 16 minutes of action. Oh, Luke, Highland has the strings burning a little bit.
Look at that. The Hawks 63%. Wow. And Gilmour not doing a shabby job of its own right. Look at the three-point mark. 6 for 10. That's rebounds. Gilmour really getting the boards.
That's a sweet 60% outside that 19-foot, 9-inch arc. Highland in black with the basketball to start the second half. Kevin Mishler tries to pound down that jumper off the run. Speaking of the run, David Funstein running the other way. But look at Nevin Mishler come back and do the good hands thing on the defensive side for Highland.
Nevin Mishler coming from behind and the catch-up, and that's not real easy to do with David Funstein, because he really can move up and down the court.
We'll check the 10 on the floor to start this third quarter of play as we progress early on in this third stanza. Chuck Riley wheels and finishes. Riley, 6'2" junior. They would need some offense out of him. It would help.
Well, the inside game, both Bill Miller and Mike Pike and Chuck Riley have done a nice job in the paint.
This is Bill Miller. He got that skip pass from David Funstein. Miller thought about it. Riley posted up on the block. Funstein wanted to go baseline instead. He drew the contact and the Kevin Mishler foul. Let's check it real quickly here, Luke Whitty, as Perry Reese looks at it. For the Highland Hawks on the floor, the Mishlers, Kevin and Nevin, along with Jared Yoder, Junior Raber, and of course Kevin Troyer. Make that Carl Schlabach. We're going to stay Gilmour's way. For the Lancers of Academy, they come out in the third quarter, same way they started it. Rick Olstad along with Mike Pike. David Funstein, Bill Miller, Chuck Riley. Those are the 10 on the floor as we start the third. Pike strong to the hole with a left hand and lay it down gently.
Look, he's been taking some ballet lessons going inside.
Mike Pike with a strong finish. He's got 13. Here comes Gilmour. They're only down 7. Nevin Mishler running off the glass.
Oh, he took a hit.
He went down face first in the paint. Well, he make a terrific offensive move as he ran baseline to go hard off that glass, and then he went down hard, as you see.
I think he might have got a tailbone. Let's see exactly what was going on here. We're going to see it from up top. The pass inside. Big move coming inside. Now watch his slide. Slide right across there. Looked like he was hitting nothing but his back. Here we see from down below. Big move inside. Let's see how it finishes. See, he had nothing but ground, nothing but air between his back and the ground. They are checking him out on the floor right now. They are continually letting him lie on his stomach. That is the only way you should do that, especially with a back injury, to make sure that that person does not move. Obviously, things are positive.
With a little bit of a limp, but that's a tough young man, Nevin Mishler.
Well, I think if all goes as I think it would, we'll see him very shortly. He just needs to walk it off a little bit.
10 points and 3 boards, Nevin Mishler. Yeah, look, I think you're right. He's going to get a bit of a respite on Perry Reese's bench, but by the looks of it, he'll be back. Checking in for Nevin Mishler is the 6th man, Kevin Troyer. All Troyer did is throw in 10 for that Hiland offensive cause in the first half of play. 48-39, the lead back up to 9 as Bill Miller and Chuck Riley want to play a 2-man game for Gilmour. There it is, Riley, strong glass, yes. Chuck Riley now with 2 quick hoops in this third. On the day, Riley now with a total of 8. Running inside, and David Funstein got a piece of the Hiland jumper. Rick Allstat will run to the hole and finish it. And Perry Reese's Hiland Hawks suddenly see their lead that was 11 at the half, whittled down to 5 by a hard-charging Lancer squad of Gilmour. Picking it up on the defensive end.
Well, we have seen this time and time again today and all weekend long. The team that has been down at halftime has really worked itself, gotten itself back in the basketball game, and we've seen some big turnarounds.
Junior Raider rises up and rocks home that tough jumper.
Junior Raider, he is just so strong and can do so many things with that basketball.
Funstein will take it on Junior Raider. Couldn't connect. Troy will run the other way for the Hawks of Hiland. Kevin Troyer in that ball game for the hurt for the moment, Nevin Mishler. Junior Raider feels it. He rocks home that triple hit. Raider continues to do it offensively. Rick Allstat drew the Junior Raider foul as he wanted to push the floor and answer Raider's triple.
Well, Raider just coming down. Rick Allstat going along baseline. That was probably one of the strangest shots we've seen all weekend. Watch how he shoots his shot. Whoop.
Wanted to feel some body, draw some contact, and Rick Allstat.
Those are the kind you shoot on the playground when you're about 6 and you're not, you can't get a ball over your head yet.
Allstat achieved the contact.
Well, he got exactly what he wanted.
Sure he did.
Put me on the line.
He's got 6 on the night. He'll look for 7 at that stripe. Give it to Rick Allstat as he bangs down a couple throws from the line. 52-45. We're approaching the 5-minute mark in the third. Hiland's Hawks lead is 7. Gilmour won't let him get a whole lot of breathing room. Troyer's going to unload that triple try. Jumped over the iron, missed everything. We got a travel call on Bill Miller. Miller wanted to start up the floor, shuffled his feet, and traveled.
Well, Bill Miller really chased that ball down. He started going after that in the paint, chased it down 19 feet away from the hoop.
Hiland's lead stays at 7 as they go to it offensively with Kevin Troyer now running the show along with Kevin Mishler, who you see with the basketball. Looking on that low block, 2-man game, Junior Raider. Look at the spin. Whirls, got it up on that window, and he's going to go to the line. He's got a lot of tricks in his offensive bag, Luke.
You're right about that. He reached in for another one, set up with his back to the basket on the block. Fake to the right, turn to the left, going right inside the paint. And he can draw the fouls.
Perry Reese certainly has a complete command of his squad in terms of what he wants done on the floor. As Raber misses the first, almost at every dead ball situation, he'll get one of his kids or a couple of them over to have a word with him, as you just saw.
Well, there's a difference between coaching and teaching. And I think the teaching aspect is making sure that they understand what's going on. Coaching is more of the overall game, but teaching the kids the ins and outs, the fundamentals, no matter how far along you get in this game of basketball, all the way through, you need to be teaching.
Good point. Words to live by for Professor Luke Whitty. The lead is back to 8, 53-45. Raber has 17 after he split the pair. The finish inside will come from Bill Miller.
Good pass inside. Bill Miller could have very easily lost the ball, but kept control.
Miller's double digits with 10. Junior Raber leans in, thought about it over Chuck Riley, and then dumped it back out as Kevin Mishler now reset the Hiland Hawk offense. Jeremy Stangelo, that's a tough jumper running away from the bucket in the paint, but he banged it out.
Stangelo, I really like the way he played last night. He wasn't tremendously effective, but boy, he just played some nice basketball.
55-47, lead back at 8. Funstein got rejected by Junior Raber. Mike Pike over Raber, short. Mike Pike one more time. Raber says, get it out of here. Good pass. Funstein found Chuck Riley, who went strong on that square to finish it off at the offensive end.
What an excellent pass by Funstein. I don't even see how he saw him being open, but he just whipped the ball around in low.
Chuck Riley with 3 big hoops already in this third quarter of play to keep Gilmour hanging around. 55-49. Excellent move inside. Jeremy Stangelo has come down and hit 2 quick hoops. Basketball ends up in our laps as Chuck Riley and Mike Pike go for it together, actually stripped it away from each other. Turnover, Gilmour Academy. No, we're okay.
No, we're fine. I just didn't see it coming.
Director Tommy Farmer making sure we're okay. Everything's good, thank you.
Oh, boy.
I saved Luke. I had the hands. Luke was a little bit shaky.
No, I was looking down at my notes.
That's right. See, Luke's at the timeline. That's too far out on the floor for the 7-footer. He's more at home down in the paint.
You're not supposed to pass it to the center that far out on the floor.
Exactly right. You talk about a tough leaper off the baseline. How about Jason Hummel?
Jason Hummel coming in there. That's a tough shot.
Junior Raber was trying to disrupt the move by David Funstein. Chuck Riley put it back up. Raber goes behind his back to get out of trouble. Bruce Yoder now in the contest. 5'11" junior. Running in that backcourt with Brent Weaver. Weaver with a basketball. This is Yoder. As Perry Reese is going to his bench a little bit late third, we've got a whistle off the ball. And that personal foul is going to go on Gilmour Academy's Chuck Riley.
Hiland really does go deep. They bring people off the bench and they just continually run people, keep everybody active. That's kind of a big-time foul as Chuck Riley came across and a little tipsy-turvy.
The lead has gone back up to 10. Yeah, Riley's got to let everybody know I'm a presence in here with my size. Look at Junior Raber. Left hand sweetly off the square and home.
Big left hand.
This kid, I said, he's got a varied bag of offensive tricks. Funstein will send it to Riley. Chuck threw it in under his hoop ill-advised. Steal by David Funstein as he tried to put the clamp on Jeremy Stangelo running up the floor, but Stangelo has picked up the personal foul.
Funstein said, I want a timeout. We got to talk this over.
Stangelo picking up the personal foul on Funstein, obviously. So we've got a timeout on the floor. Minute 57 left in the third. Let me give you a look at this now as the run to the hoop comes from Gilmour Academy. And then we went back the other way until Funstein got a good hammerlock on Jeremy Stangelo.
Okay, this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and Sports Channel. It is intended for the private use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this telecast without the prior written consent of the Ohio High School Athletic Association or Sports Channel is strictly prohibited.
I like the way you handled that, partner.
Well, thank you very much. Now you see the 2. This is the Hiland stance. Now, though, you know what that 2 means?
Lay it on us.
Lay it on us. That means it's 2. If you see the other side, you see this young lady turn around, and there's a 3 on the other side. So when they score and it's a 2-pointer, they go 2. What? Turn around.
There it is.
It's a 3-pointer. It's a 3.
That's for the triple hit. That's Hawk basketball.
There you go.
In
That's how they
Hiland.
tell the difference down in Hiland.
I like it. I like it a lot. Rick Olstead doesn't like that. Neither does Dave Bielik, because out on the floor outside the 3-point line, Olstead just got hit with a personal foul. That's 2 on Rick Olstead.
Well, I had to go over and ask when everybody walked in the other night, and they had 2 on the front, 3 on the back. I said, is that your zone defense, or what are you trying to tell me what's going on?
That's wherever the bombs come from on the floor out of this Hawk offense.
And they don't care as long as they go often.
Excellent up fake in the paint by Jason Hummel. Had enough presence to kick it off before he got hit with a travel. Junior Raber, excellent dish to a flying Jeremy Stangelo. I tell you what, Junior Raber has this place turned on with his skills. 63-49, lead back to 14. Gilmour can't let it get away from him here late third. Bill Miller wanted to go up strong. He got held on the baseline, and that personal is going to go on Bruce Yoder.
Let's take a look at this. Funstein throwing it inside. Whoop, a little bit of push from the backside. Good call.
And his team foul number 3 on Hiland in this third quarter. Bill Miller going to rise up and rock that jumper and fill it up. Bill Miller's got a nice offensive game of his own. He'll play baseline, and they can come out and can stick that 15, 16-foot jumper.
Well, Bill Miller has been very productive underneath, but as we've seen, he has a few tricks in his bag also, Michael.
That foul went on Mike Pike, the athletic one out of Gilmour Academy. Baseball, football, basketball standout for the Lancers.
Yeah, Mike Pike is also considered their best defensive player. If there's an assignment, he gets it.
I'll tell you what, last night with the game on the line, he came up with a steal and went to the hoop in the open floor, and that really sealed the win for Dave Bielik's ball club late in that contest.
He's got his work cut out for him this evening. Junior Raber, who is putting it up at 24 points a game clip, 31 last night.
And has 19 tonight. Stangelo runs it up over that iron. Look at Raber on the rack with a left hand. Oh, so very sweetly. Didn't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line.
He can leap. He just gets up there. He's got great hang time. He can do a lot of different things. When you can get up that high and stay that long, you can make yourself very, very productive. Here you see the pass or the shot going in off the rim. Big move up there. Now watch him get up. Whoop. I want that one, he said.
Hung on that bracket kind of tantalizingly on Junior Raber. He almost had a chance to go to the line with the three-point play in mind. Raber with a couple of throws. Luke Sorry, he had 1 or 2.
And he had 8 rebounds last night and 2 steals.
64-51. The lead is 13. Bill Miller being hounded by that trapping, double-teaming pressure. This time the individuals were Jason Hummel and Brent Weaver. This bench of Perry Reese is very deep.
Excellent. You also notice going down less than a minute to go in the game, look where they're starting their defense. Half court. They're really putting a lot of pressure on.
That's the name of their game. That and get up and down the floor and shoot threes when they're there, and they do it very productively indeed. We're talking about the Hawks of Hiland. They're smelling the Division IV state title. They've still got to contend with the Lancers of Gilmour for 8 more minutes, plus these 11 seconds left in the third. Funstein had to pick up his dribble. Almost got to get into
5 seconds.
Lost it. The throw will come from 75 feet. You hear the buzzer. We've got 3 in the book. 13-point lead for the Hawks of Hiland. Are they 8 minutes away from a Division IV state championship? Perry Reese looks rather content. They'll go away. We'll get you back on Sports Channel to St. John in Columbus. Long, they outscore Gilmour 18-16 in that third to take their 13-point lead into the fourth. 64-51. Michael Regat, Luke Whitty on the floor of St. John Arena in Columbus. Rick Alstead, that's a long home run ball. The rainbow got ironed, but nothing else. Now let's see how Hiland goes to work offensively with Junior Raber floating inside. Didn't get that, and Chuck Riley's going to go up like a man in the paint. Reaching foul coming back up the floor.
Backcourt foul. Jeremy Stangelo. Here you see the reach around. That's a no-no.
Getting caught, Jeremy Stangelo.
Getting caught is a no-no, right?
But the lead remains 13. That's team foul number 4, by the way, on Hiland. Gilmour was 16 fouls, so the next whistle on the Lancers from Gates Mills will send Highlands Hawks to that charity stripe and in the bonus. David Funstein. Entry look winds up in the hands of Chuck Riley, who goes glass and finishes it easily. Nice pass, Mike Pike.
Well, Gates Mills has been very effective inside the paint. Their big people have been doing a nice job. They have to be more protective outside to open it up a little bit more inside.
Chuck Riley has a dozen. Running baseline and throwing it over the hole, Kevin Troyer. Funstein will push it. Alstead thought 3 and then backed it out of there when he felt pressure from Nevin Mishler, who's back now. Good to see Nevin Mishler back on the floor after that third quarter collision he had with the wood on the floor at St. John.
Well, he took a hump.
Bad decision, Mike Pike. Pass way too tall down in the corner. Not an angle to work with. Cost him. Turnover. Gilmour Academy and Dave Bielek, who's talking about it to his offense. 64-53, the lead is 11. We played 1 minute and 25 in this fourth and final quarter of play. It's for a Division 4 boys state title. Here at St. John, we've crowned 3 already today.
Gilmour playing a tough man-to-man defense.
That foul's going to go on Mike Pike.
Yeah, Mike Pike. Again, we said he draws the tough defensive assignments. And Junior Raber is going to be one of the toughest assignments he'll have all year.
Well, you could put an exclamation point behind that, that's for sure.
And he's drawing his 4th personal foul.
So Pike now, a little bit of trouble. Got to be careful. One more, and he is done for the evening. At the line, Junior Raber carrying 20 points with him to that stripe. He'll look for 22 and try to complete the pair. 8 boards and 4 assists to go along with his 21 points. Make it 22 as he does complete the pair.
That's 10 this half already.
66-53. He balances it out pretty well, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
David Funstein wanted to go inside, and Mike Pike had his pass stripped away. Gilmour now cannot start trying to force things too much. Still a lot of time left. Down 13, but have to stay in the flow.
Oh, they definitely have to stay in the flow. And like I keep saying, teams that get out of what brought them here. I mean, they have to think, what brought us here? And most of the time, it's playing very conservatively, playing very cool, except for a team like Lima Senior. You know, they're an up and down transition ball club, but that's not true for Gilmour. They got it by being very patient.
Long-range bomb out of the gun of Nevin Mishler wouldn't fall. David Funstein will push it. Pike to the hole. What a strip by Nevin Mishler. Quick hands personified by the little one, Nevin Mishler, the 5'10 senior.
I like the way Hiland is fundamentally sound. You watch them do reverse pivots, the way they get the ball, the way they handle themselves on blockouts, just fundamentally as sound as you're going to see any basketball club.
Kevin Mishler went to the hole. He drew the slap from Rick Alstead.
Here you see Kevin Mishler coming down, going left, going right. A little bit of a hack on Alstead. From Alstead, I should say.
He squared Rick Alstead off and then took him through the paint. As I mentioned a moment ago, next team foul would cost Gilmour Academy some free throws in that bonus. And Kevin Mishler sticks the first from now on in. The Hawks of Hiland will be standing at that line shooting them. Kevin Mishler splits the pair, hits 1 out of 2 from that line. 67-53. The lead is 14. Let's see what David Funstein gets as he wants to get into his offense. Chuck Riley. Not this time. From about 8 feet away in the paint. Kevin Mishler will push it. 3-bomb. Nevin Mishler not there. Yanked down by Chuck Riley. Funstein will push it again. David shows his way through the paint, used the window, and got it home. But David Funstein has 7 on the night. Lead back to 12, 67-55. We're inside 5. Jason Hummel, great pass baseline. Kevin Troyer went strong, and Chuck Riley said, not going any further as I swatted on the square.
Well, Chuck Riley really playing an active game, Michael. Here you see basketball coming inside. Chuck Riley up. No, let's slap it against the glass.
Well, David Bielik is going to talk about it with 4:49 left in his ball club down 12, 67-55. We'll get you back to St. John. Don't go away. It's all coming at you on Sports Channel. Haven't won a state title. They were runners-up at 62 and a semifinalist in 86. And back here again, and Luke, they'd love to take that 4:49 off and hang on to that 12-point lead. And they're home free and celebrating back in Berlin.
Well, that would be a nice one to have. They missed a decade. They missed the 70s.
Yes, they did. But under Perry Reese, they are back and back big time. Reese Ball Club in here at 25-2 on the year and showing us why. Great diversity.
Central Catholic, just a tremendous job. I think most people had put it away and packed it up, and they came through and burned them.
Gilmour coach Dave Bielik and his staff had. They left and thought they were going to play the Thunderbirds of Lima Central Catholic. Chuck Riley's having a big second half. He has 14 on the evening as Riley continues to work his way positively in the paint for Dave Bielik and the Lancers.
He came to play tonight.
Yeah, he did. 69-57. Kevin Troyer going to back it out of there a little bit. Riley, look at him run the floor. Goes up on the square, lost control of it, and didn't put it down.
Well, that was good defense that time. Kevin Troyer came through and just enough pressure to make that shot go awry.
Junior Raber couldn't connect, and Mike Pike stuck with it. Well, Gilmour is going to come back trying to cut this thing down to 10 or maybe 9 if they can hit a triple. David Funstein. Low block. Riley whirls. Got it.
You're hot, you're hot. Going into Riley again. He has really upped his game.
Picked it up. Chuck Riley had 4 at the half. He's come out with 12 since then. Back to 10, 69-59. Do the Lancers have a push in them? Riley bodying up on Troyer.
Well, he's going after everything all the way out on the court.
He is their most productive athlete right now on the floor. Long range triple in the air. Wouldn't fall for Bill Miller. Excuse me, for Jason Hummel.
Big rebound by Bill Miller.
Miller went up and snatched the glass. That's why I called his name. Olstead thought about 3. Down to 3:15 left. Gilmour with a hit here could cut it underneath that double-digit deficit that they're staring at now. Miller. They can triple. Lets it fly and buries it.
He is.
That's for 3. The lead is down to 7, 69-62. Luke, it'd be prophetic. We couldn't go away without a tight one down the stretch.
Don't go to bed, folks.
Nevin Mishler just aired one from the triple side on the right baseline.
And who's there? Chuck Riley. He's a hero in every game, Mike.
Yeah, there is. Gilmour could do some more damage here. Could cut it to 5, maybe to 4. The Lancers are down 7. They've had one big push late in this contest. Funstein. Riley shows, goes, got it. The lead is 5, 69-64. Perry Reese says, I've seen enough. Let's stop it right here.
Chuck Riley averaging 6 points, 6 rebounds a game. Big production tonight.
They were down 15. Now they're down 5. 2:18 left. Hiland by 5. We'll see you in just a second. Don't you leave us.
That's this contest.
No question about that. Hiland's 0 for 7 in his 4th quarter from the floor. Got to go to the money man. J.R. Raber traveled. Give it back to Gilmour's Lancers.
Pressure by Bill Miller in the paint. Gilmour has really upped their tempo.
Well, I think Perry Reese a little more stunned than anything because after his ball club came back from the dead last night on the run out, Miller's got to catch it and does. Riley rises, not there. Riley's got it again. They got a J.R. Raber foul.
As I said, J.R. Raber, never an emotion, never a face, good or bad, same tempo. Here you see Riley going up strong, nothing goes. He goes back after it again. And if you're Junior Raber, you could have had something to complain about.
That's Junior Raber's third personal foul. Funstein's going to run it down. Beat the speeding Bruce Yoder to the basketball. David Funstein with a left hand, but he got pushed on the way in. Funstein's going to go to the line.
Funstein, after coming off 18 points, 5 assists and 3 steals, has not been as productive tonight, but he still makes things happen, and I will reiterate again, they have to turn the lights out before he'll quit.
Yeah.
And he may still be playing in the dark.
He's a gym rat.
Yes, he is.
You can see the way he plays. Everything's full bore.
He said last night at the press conference, I love being the underdog.
He came in just that posture tonight.
He did.
He got a chance to give his club the closest they've been in a while. Funstein hits a pair. The lead is down to 3, 69-66. This is a 13-2 scoring burst for Gilmour Academy.
And Gilmour is within 3.
Chuck Riley, Bill Miller, Mike Pike, David Funstein, and Rich Olstead have come up big down the stretch for Dave Bielik. 13-2 run has pulled them within 3. Can Hiland answer? Troyer strong. That's a big hoop for the Hawks of Hiland. Oh, did they need that? 71-66. Pike threw it away. Wanted to go to Riley in the paint, but look at Mike Pike steal it right back. What hustle. Riley squares up. Got it. The lead back to 3. Oh, what a second half Chuck Riley's given us. 16 points in the second half. He's got 20 on the night. Minute and 10 left. 71-68. Buckling in. See if Hiland gets what they want now offensively. Got to let this man have
it. They're going to win. They're going to work the basketball the best they can. They get it in Junior Raber's hands. See what happens, see what transpires. They're going to work the ball around, look for daylight, and go for it.
50 seconds left. Troyer's going to kick it back up.
Gilmour's got to do something. They got to commit the foul, put him on the line. They got to stop that clock.
They did with 43.2 left. David Funstein with the foul as Dave Bielik calls out now his offensive set at the other end. Terrific comeback, though, by the Lancers of Gilmour Academy. Hiland looked to have had them buried with all the noise in St. John for that man, Perry Reese and his Hawks. Gilmour came back second half behind Chuck Riley's work. Bottoming out that throw from the charity line. Kevin Mishler, that's big for the 6-foot senior. Puts his ball club back up 4. Keep it at 4. Mishler rattled the second. 37 ticks left now. Down 4, the Lancers of Gilmour. David Funstein. Pike looking at Riley low block. Threw it away. Pike got it back. And got bounced around and picked up the foul in the paint from Jeremy Stangelo.
Big break that time. Mike Pike coming down in the middle. He was a little bit out of the control here. You see the ball coming a little bit loose. Mike Pike picks it up. He was just about ready to travel.
Got rid of it just in time. Yeah, Perry, you didn't think it was going to be easy, did you? Pike at the line, got the first, pull his ball club back within 3, 72-69. Gilmour can cut it to 2 here, the closest they will have been if Pike hits. Way short, but Bill Miller will save with Pike. Let's stay with Gilmour Academy. They're down 3 with 24.8 left. Reese extolling his club to play our defense. Body up, play tough. See what Mike Pike's going to get for the Gilmour offense. Got to get it in. Did. Funstein, glass, yes. The lead is down to 1. 72-71 with 21.8 left. How about the Lancers, Luke Whitty?
Well, the team from Gates Mills, they want the timeout. We've got to see what we can do. They want to know how they're going to play defense. First of all, who are they going to foul? They don't have a lot of time. They can't let Hiland work off the clock any more than they have to. 21.8 seconds left. Who do they foul? Who do they want to put on the line? What type of defensive pressure are they going to go with? Hiland on the other side. They need to work the clock off. They need to get their hands on the basketball, keep it away from people so they're not fouling. But if they're going to the line, they have to make these shots. They have to put them down. And good defensive pressure when Gilmour Academy gets the basketball back in their hands.
72-71. Gilmour Academy with a very large, rather dramatic push in this fourth and final quarter. Keynoted by Chuck Riley, Bill Miller, David Funstein, Rick Olstead.
Funstein has really come through this second half also. Really quiet those first 16 minutes. But he's a player.
And Mike Pike.
And Mike Pike.
Let me throw Pike in there and complete the quintet because Pike's been big defensively.
You can't really put anybody out. Rick Olstead, Bill Miller, all hustlers.
Breaking long, Kevin Mishler. Troyer got fouled. Smart foul, Bill Miller. Very smart.
Bill Miller coming up with a foul. Good, smart, intelligent basketball. We have Kevin Troyer going in the line. He averaged just a little bit less than 10 points a basketball game. He has 14 tonight. Foul shooting percentage is Hiland at about 66%. Up to just a little bit.
That's the big one. Troyer just rocked home that first. Hiland by a deuce. Make it 3 as Troyer sticks a pair. 74-71. Gilmour Academy got to be thinking of Trey. 15 seconds left. Funstein. Miller. In the air for 3. Not there. Riley. Didn't get a roll. Miller got to get it. The Hawks of Hiland have come up with the 74-71 win. They put the bullet down the stretch as Chuck Riley and David Funstein and Bill Miller were unloading at the offensive end. But it's Berlin Hiland that grabbed the state title. Listen to the bedlam in St. John. That's the Berlin Hiland side. Look at the anguish on the face of Chuck Riley. If you're a Lancer from Gilmour Academy. Well, they played a spirited contest tonight, especially the final 16 minutes. Perry Reese gets the championship hardware. That man, David Bielik, will have to be content with the runner-up trophy for this year. 74-71. The Hawks of Hiland, state champs, Division 4. Don't go away. We're coming back with more on Sports Channel.
Jerks. What? Wanna watch that? Hey! Nice stinking work.
Would you act like this? You were the only fan in the stands.
That's beautiful.
Next time, pretend. You are.
This Division IV state championship contest has been brought to you by all the good people at the North Coast Basketball Camp, one of the premier such camps in the state of Ohio. North Coast Basketball Camp. That's what Berlin Hiland will take out of St. John Arena, out of the camera of Sports Channel's Brent McCoy. State champions, 1992, the Hawks of Hiland. Let's go to PA announcer John Keefe on the floor of St. John Arena.
Mike Pike. Chuck Riley. Rick Alstad. David Funstein. Tim Peacock.
Proud of what you do here. I'm quite sure you're going on behalf of the Athletic Association. Runner-up.
Late in this contest.
They came back very strongly in that second half. Never die, never give up. Let's play it all.
Hope you enjoyed seeing his Lancers of Gilmour Academy as much as we. That's a gutty group of young basketball talent. We'll be back. The champions, the Hawks of Berlin Hiland, capping off a 26-2 camp. In the semis and the finals. Let's go back to John Keefe.